I love stroopwafelen. It's a Dutch thing. And you take the biscuit, it's got like a caramel in between, like a syrup. You put it on top of your coffee. And then the syrup melts. It's amazing. Good morning. My name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the Cottage. And this is the US edition. It's been a bit wild, so I haven't done one of these. I think I skipped a week, so it's not too bad. But I have lots to show you. So as you know, about a year ago, I packed up my life and I went on an adventure, and now I'm in the US. It has been quite a thing to kind of like adapt and getting used to things here. It was much warmer than the UK, and I don't like it when it's supposed to be cold and it's warm and you have these beautiful autumn foliage outside. You can't see it so nicely here, but I mean just outside of the door, it's all the reds and the yellows and the oranges, and you walk around in a short sleeve top because it's 27 degrees. I was not a happy camper, but I went for a walk this morning and it was -2 degrees. I'm so excited. But I fell on my butt because I'm not used to leaves being slippery. So there's this driveway going downhill from here, and as I got to the bottom, my feet just slipped out from under me because there was this heap of leaves, and I was just going to walk through it because that's what you do in autumn. Note to self, avoid the leaves. They're dangerous. I didn't get hurt. I'm very happy about that. The only thing that got hurt was my ego. Luckily, nobody saw me. So this morning I'm having coffee, just a normal black coffee, and I'm really enjoying it. The stroopwafel I ate off camera because I don't want to be an eating channel. I'm a sewing channel. But you can join me for a cup of coffee. But you're not here for the coffee and the leaves and everything. You're here for the making. So let's start with what I've been making. Last week I was traveling. It's now day 8 since I've been here. And in the process, I sent one of my suitcases ahead because there was a mess up with my ticket and I only had one suitcase. And that suitcase has been missing. So my friend, oh, she's so cute. Through the years at the sale, she got some stuff for me. And she got this dress. But it was like a extra large, 6 times extra large. It was huge. Last week Sunday we were planning on maybe going to church, and I literally had nothing to wear. I have a pair of jeans, and it's a bit tight now. The food here is very delicious and very fattening, so I will have to stop eating soon. Otherwise I'm not going to fit into any of my clothes, the little bit of that I've got. But I took this and I made it smaller, and it's really so pretty. Oh, I see here I did not take the gatherings out. I must fix that. I've been wearing the dress non-stop. It was perfect for this weather, so I made that one smaller. And then I still don't have my luggage, but I did receive a message yesterday to say it's now with the UK courier. So let's hope my suitcase is out in the abyss. And in the meantime, I'm learning what it means to be a minimalist. I'm not doing very well with minimalism, to tell you the truth. But sometimes you have to go through that experience. I've also been knitting. I showed you in my videos, my plans video, the last one, that I wanted to make myself a cropped jumper to wear with dresses and stuff. And also my jeans are quite high-waisted. So I don't want a too long one. I wanted to just end here in my waist basically. So I remembered that I have this pattern from Melody Hoffman, the Forager jumper. So I really love this one. It's such an easy knit. You start from the top, you increase, you do this until you get here, you add a few stitches, knit the body to where you want it, and knit the sleeves to where you want it, and pop your ankle. So let's talk about the yarn. Isn't this just incredible, the color? This is such a I really struggle with that word. Tonal. This is the nicest autumnal color. And I am now at the place where I'm going to buy for the sleeves and for the bodice. So I think I'm going to knit the sleeves first because I need a win I feel like this has been going on forever. My life here, we spend a lot of time between stuff just because of circumstances that we are waiting for stuff. So I've had a lot of time to knit and I'm actually really enjoying it. So I've got it this far, and this is Shetland like yarn, which I found online. So with my suitcase not being here and my other one, I'm not sure I'm even going to send it, because one is my summer stuff, which I sent ahead, and then my winter stuff was still on that side. And I don't think I'm going to send it because it was such a mission, and so it's really been hard to find this one. So I think I'm just going to use what I have. So my information about this yarn is in my suitcase that hasn't been sent. But they call it Shetland like yarn. It's not very thick, but it does bloom beautifully. And I got these 3 colors. They were on cones, but I had to unwind them to travel with them. And this cone was 500 grams, and the black was 250, and this one was 250. The 500 grams were almost 3,000 meters, and these were 1,500 meters each. So I'm very happy about this yarn. I want to do a color work sweater with this and this and this, and then some teal blue in it as well. A while ago, there was the sock Carl from, she's such a cool friend. She's an online friend, but I feel like we are best buds, even though we've never sat down and had coffee together. Her name is Michelle from my so-called Handmade Life. She had a call going. A call is, I don't even know what it stands for. I think it's like a thing where you work together. Everybody's doing the same thing at the same time. This Instagram profile for Michelle is my so-called Handmade Life. And she was running this sock knit along with a lady who does this simple sock pattern. I've showed it in my last video, I think. She was running it with Christine Archer Designs, and it's a Simply Irresistible Socks. So anyway, they had prizes that they were giving away. So Christine sent me the shawl pattern that I've asked for. I think it's the buttoned up shawl. Very nice. I'll link it below if I remember. And then I won this yarn from Michelle, and it is so soft and so pretty. So there was a nice little card. And then she sent me this little bag of goodies, and in the bag there's some tea. So I don't drink black tea, so I think I will give that to my friend. There is the chamomile and lavender, which I'm excited about, and then the honeybush and mandarin orange. So South Africa is notorious for their honeybush or rooibos. So honeybush is another one. It's family of the rooibos, and it grows in the mountains in Cape Town basically. And it is such a nice herbal tea. And then wait, I want to sip. There were stitch markers. I've never had pretty stitch markers. They're so cute. There's one for a little cat, because she knows I love cats and dogs and everything. And then there's a little sweater and an umbrella. I am so happy about these stitch markers. I can't tell you. But then inside there were 3 skeins of yarn. This is the Beautiful Liar from Toshmo Light. And it's 80% merino and 20% kit mohair from MadelineTosh.com. Now, I have heard knitters talking about Madeline Tosh yarn forever and a day, and I always thought, oh, I would love to knit with it. Now I have 2 skeins, and each skein has 420 yards, so 384 meters, and you knit it on a 2.5 mil to 2.75 mil. And then included with this was also Madeline Tosh hand-dyed yarns, and this is 75 merino, 25 nylon. So this is actually for socks. It's got 384 meters. So I love these 2. I think I was going to combine them, but I think I'm just going to do a pair of socks in this because it's so soft. And then this I will turn into a shawl. Don't you just love these windows? So this is my new abode. Got my setup here. My friend has sewing machines, so I've set it up over here. And I fixed my dress already. And now I am going to make myself a dress. Isn't this fabric just so delicious? I can't say it's pretty. It's like you want to almost eat it. I think it's just so beautiful. So that's the thing, is I made all these beautiful autumn dresses that I was going to wear. And I've got this dress and a black dress that my friend bought me from Old Navy. I need a dress for church on Sunday because it's going to be cold and you need to wear a dress to church, in my opinion. The pattern I'm using is this New Look 6603. I've made it before in cotton and it came out so nice, and I think in a stretch fabric it's going to look really lovely. Now, I'm not sure what this fabric is called. It feels almost brushed. It's synthetic, but I don't find it horrible on my skin. It's stretchy and it's nice and warm. So I don't know what it's called. I went to Joann's. So I was here in 2019 and 2017 and I did visit Joann's, but it's different now. After the pandemic, a lot of things are different. One, the prices. My goodness, they doubled. So anyway, I went to Joann's and I always watch these videos with everybody and they talk about going to Joann's or Hobby Lobby and all the sales, and it was quite interesting. But anyway, I have cut it out and I'm going to sit today and make it. I'm really excited to wear this dress. And then I've got another Old Navy dress that my friend got. It's hanging over there, but I'm not going to take it down. It's got like pin tucks and lace inserts, but it ends just above my knee. Now, I'm sorry. I don't know about you, but when I got over 50, my knees just went south. They used to be okay to show, but now I don't feel comfortable. So anyway, I'm taking out the pin tucks on that dress and then I can actually wear it because it will come just over my knee. So these are all my plans that I'm busy with and I'm quite excited about them. So let's talk about the whole thing of fabric and shopping and all of those things. What I've realized is that I'm just looking there because I'm looking at the fabric and the pattern, because I was in Joann's and I thought, oh, I know there's a sale coming up, maybe I should buy a pattern, because as I said, the suitcase with all my patterns is still in England and it's most likely not coming yet. And then I remember I did bring 5 patterns with me and I'll just make it work. So I came home and I looked at it and I thought, no, I can actually work with that. But here's the thing. I don't know about you, but for me, I've always looked at my resources and how I use it. So my resources for a long time, actually most of my life, has been really tight. I had to make do and work with what I have. And so I would have to save up if I wanted to buy fabric. It's only like in the last 10 years where I was in a better position. So I always had to save up and think very carefully. But this is what used to happen. So I had this conversation with my sister this morning. So we were chatting about the whole thing and I said, you know, I spent so much money on this fabric. And she put it into context for me and she said, you know, if you went out, would you buy yourself lunch? I'm like, yeah, most likely. She said, and so you're going with friends, would you get yourself, you and your friend, would you get you coffee? And I'm like, yes, I've always done that. So she said to me, you know, sometimes it's the cost of 2 lunches with a friend or 3 coffees that you bought for you and your friend, and that's covering what you've bought in fabric. And so if you're willing, and then she said, but you know, some people have a Spotify account. I think it's $10 a month, which isn't a lot, but it's $10 a month. She said, so do you have a Spotify account? So I'm like, no, I don't, because I don't really enjoy listening to the music, and I hate the process of trying to find music that I want to listen to on Spotify. And so we're talking through the whole thing, and she just put my mind into a new place where it's like, yes, this is the resources I have. Now, some people will buy a subscription to a game because that is how they rewind or relax or set their minds clear. I know my friend and my sister are both like that. They're gamers. So if they want to relax and if they want to recharge, if you leave them to game, they come out and they are different people. And that's what makes them tick. My thing is, I love to knit and I love to sew. That's the thing that makes me come alive. And she said, so do you judge me if I spend £20 on a game? I'm like, no, you love gaming. She said, so why do you judge yourself if you spend that amount of money on a piece of fabric? Or even a bit more if the fabric, you really love the fabric. And it was such a wake-up call. So it's just changed my whole perspective on how do I see finances? How do I see resources? Now, I don't know, I've heard sometimes people say, my husband said I must be careful with my budget, or I have a no spend time, and because we are building. And it's so important to actually sometimes go through those things and then to realize, okay, but I would still go and buy myself a coffee if we're out, or a chocolate, or and just those priorities. So I'm busy reassessing my priorities. And I don't want tons of clothes, but the weather here and the temperatures here are different from where I was. So I will need new clothes, and I need to decide, am I going to buy it, which most likely will be cheaper, or am I just going to have one or two pieces that I really love and make it? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. I don't know if that's something you sometimes think about, but in the last while, I've really been pondering a lot of these things because I find it interesting how my mind is stuck on X, but there's so much more to it. So for the next while, I'm going to not look at buying a piece of fabric as wasteful, because that's how I used to see it. I'm going to look at it as my gaming time, where my friend and my sister do gaming, and they spend £20 a month or £50 or £100 a month on their games. I'm going to buy myself a piece of fabric and enjoy the process of making it and wearing it and loving it, and not judge myself for being wasteful, because that is how I have seen it in the past. And even up to this morning, I was cutting out this dress and I'm really excited about it, the dress, and I was actually feeling guilty for spending that money on fabric, because it was like, but I have dresses in my cupboard, and if I put a long sleeve t-shirt, they will be fine. And I'm just aware of my thinking at the moment. What are the things that you are thinking about and that you are working out for yourself? I would really love to hear about that. Thank you for watching, and thank you for coming along on my quest. I'm not calling it a journey anymore, because I've decided that I'm the hero in my adventure. And the hero's journey takes you on a quest, and there's things that you have to accomplish along the line, and I'm seeing making my dress as one of my accomplishments. I hope you enjoy your quest and your journey and your adventures, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.